An F-250 can be a beast or a money pit. I've seen both. I'm RJ. I've been wrenching on Ford trucks for over 20 years. From old 7.3s to the latest 6.7 Power Stroke builds, I've watched owners make smart choices that carried them past 300,000 miles, and I've seen others spend thousands on the wrong model. If I was buying an F-250 today, I know exactly which engines I'd trust and which years I'd walk away from, and how to spot a solid truck before you sign anything. Let's start with the engines that you definitely want to go for when choosing a Ford F-250 truck, and those you want to avoid. The 7.3-liter Godzilla is a seriously compelling engine for the F-250. It's a simple OHV pushrod V8 that makes about 430 HP and 475 pound-feet of torque, and some new versions even go up to 485 pound-feet. So you're getting big truck power without the complexity of turbos or VVT. From my 20 years working on Super Duty trucks, I like that it's built tough. It has a cast iron block, durable internals, and is relatively easy to work on compared to modern turbocharged or direct injection engines. That said, it's not bulletproof. One of the most common issues I see is a lifter tick or failure, especially in earlier 2020 to 2022 models. The root cause is still debated, but it's often linked to oiling issues, potentially exacerbated by lower quality oil or extended oil change intervals. If things go bad, cam lobe damage is also possible. Some of my customers have also complained about spark plug wiring harness failures, which can trigger misfires. Oil leaks and sometimes overheating under heavy load are also reported. But problems like these can be avoided with proper maintenance. On the plus side, for people who tow, haul, or need a reliable gas engine for a tow truck, the Godzilla is a very strong choice and also cheap to maintain. But if you buy a used one, ask about oil pressure-related recalls or TSBs, listen for lifter noise, and check the service history. Another engine you should consider for your F-250 truck is the 6.8-liter V10 or Triton. This is the big, old-school gas engine that you might find in some older F-250 Super Duties, and other Ford trucks have it too. It's powerful and very torque-heavy, making it fine for work. But it comes with some trade-offs. I've seen these V10s, and while they are good engines, they eat a lot of fuel. One of their biggest headaches is spark plug problems. The plugs can seize in the aluminum heads, making them very difficult to remove without breaking. This often forces expensive fixes like thread repair kits or even headwork. Besides that, oil leaks are pretty common, and the valve cover or oil pan gaskets can fail over time. Also, the PCV hose tends to crack, causing rough idle or misfires. On some V10s, you might hear exhaust ticking, which often happens when the exhaust manifold bolts are loose or rusted. At the end of the day, if you want a workhorse V10 on a budget and don't mind the fuel costs, the 6.8 engine can be a solid choice. Still, pay attention to the spark plugs, check for leaks, and always stay on top of maintenance. But if I were shopping for an F-250 and wanted a serious diesel that could haul heavy loads, I'd strongly lean toward the 6.7-liter Power Stroke. It's one of the most powerful and efficient diesels Ford has made since 2011. The engine uses a reverse flow head design, which helps with combustion efficiency. You can also get the turbo setup in later models, which delivers excellent torque for towing and long hauls. That said, over the years, I've seen a number of common issues to watch out for. Early 6.7s, especially those from 2011 to 2014, were plagued by CP 4.2 injection pump failures. These can scatter metal particles through the fuel system and wreck injectors. Turbo failures were another problem on older units. With this engine, you should also watch out for coolant leaks, particularly from radiator or turbo coolant lines, and sensor faults that can throw errors or reduce performance. Some of my customers have told me that once they got all these bugs worked out, the engine was a very good option. So avoid the early generations. If you decide to buy used, look for later generation 6.7s from 2015 onward, which have better turbo bearings and stronger fuel system components. While the 6.2-liter Boss V8 has its fans and is generally a robust engine, there are some real red flags that you need to know about before buying it in an F-250. One of the biggest issues with the 6.2 is misfires. Older models can throw random misfire codes. From what I've seen in the shop, most of that traces back to broken or weak valve springs. If one spring fails, the valve may not open correctly, which leads to misfires, rough idle, and eventually power loss. But that's not a cheap plug-and-play fix. Even if the springs themselves are affordable, the labor can add up when you have to pull the cover and inspect the engine. Another issue is intake manifold runner problems. On some 6.2 engines, the internal flaps can fail, stick, or break. That creates a weird ticking noise and affects how the engine breathes. On top of that, there's a risk of oil leaks from the valve cover gaskets or other seals as the engine ages. And because the 6.2 uses 2 spark plugs per cylinder, you've got more parts to maintain, and misfires can crop up just from aging or fouled plugs. If a broken valve spring is your problem, you're probably looking at up to $700 in labor plus parts. And if misfires lead to internal damage, things can get much more expensive. The Boss V8 can be a strong and simple engine, but it comes with these specific, well-known issues that you need to budget for. If you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. Best transmissions. When you're choosing an F-250, I always tell my customers to pay attention to the transmission. The transmission is more important than you might think for your Super Duty truck. The first transmission that I love in an F-250 Super Duty truck is the 6R140. This is a heavy-duty, 6-speed automatic built by Ford for Super Duty trucks. Ford has actually torque tested it, running thousands of miles to prove its durability. It handles torque well, especially when paired with engines like the 6.7-liter Power Stroke that I mentioned earlier. From my experience, the 6R140 is a very reliable option for stock or lightly tuned trucks, and I'd rate it high for dependability, as long as it isn't pushed way beyond its design limits. The internal components are strong, but problems can arise if the truck is tuned aggressively or used for extreme towing. And it's not foolproof. There are some well-known weak spots in the transmission. Solenoid blocks can fail, causing delayed engagement or harsh shifting. Overheating is also a risk, especially under heavy load or in hot conditions, stressing the internal parts. On the upside, if you maintain it well with regular fluid changes using the proper Mercon LVATF, it can easily last well past 180,000 miles. But if something goes wrong, repairs can run up to $4,000 depending on parts and labor. Although the 6-speed transmission is one of my top picks, if you ask me to choose, I'd always go for the 10-speed option. If I were picking an F-250 today and wanted a transmission that balances power, efficiency, and durability, the 10-speed 10R140 would be my favorite. The 10R140 is modern and efficient. With 10 gears, it helps the engine stay in an optimal RPM range, which improves fuel economy, especially on long highway hauls or when towing. It handles big torque, especially when paired with 6.7-liter Power Stroke engines, and as long as it's working properly, the shifts are smooth and responsive. It's not totally perfect, though. Early 2020 models had a customer satisfaction program to replace a failing needle bearing on the planetary ring gear, leading to rough shifts and contamination. There's also a recall for the torque converter damper plate in some 2020 units. Ford addressed these under recall and customer satisfaction programs, covering the cost of necessary repairs, which sometimes included replacing the entire transmission. There are some other issues to pay attention to, like harsh reverse-to-drive shifts, delayed engagement at startup, fluid leaks at the bell housing, or ticking and scraping sounds. If you're buying a Ford F-250 with a 10R140, ask whether the 21B03 program work was done. Test drive it cold and hot to listen for shift harshness or odd noises. Make sure the transmission fluid has been changed regularly using Ford specs. And if you're planning to tow heavily, you can upgrade from a plastic to a steel transmission pan. Best F-250 years. In all my years working on Fords, I've realized that there are some model years you should go for, and some you should definitely avoid. I'll start with the F-250 model years I would recommend. I'd lean hard on a well-maintained 2024-2025 Ford F-250. These are among the freshest Super Duty trucks on the market, and with proper care, they're likely to be capable of hauling, towing, or daily work. Ford simplified and updated a lot for these years. They now have better trim strategies, new standard features, and more consistent options across the board. Engine-wise, you're getting proven powertrains, like the 6.7 Power-Stroke diesel, along with refined internals and a 36K PSI fuel system that helps with performance and durability. Ford's 10-speed transmission is standard on the newer Super Duties too, keeping the engine in a good RPM band. This improves both fuel economy and responsiveness. With a newer truck, you get updated manufacturing and build quality refinements. But since it's a new generation, you also have to be careful about some issues. Some of my customers have already complained about electrical modules and suspension wobble at higher speeds. If you're buying a used model, make sure its recalls have been addressed, especially for the early 2024 F-250s. If you don't want to take the risk with newer models, but you also don't want an outdated F-250, try the 2020 to 2022 model years instead. These are perfect for buyers who want a powerful, modern, and capable truck, as long as it's been well kept. During these years, Ford made solid improvements. The 6.7-liter Power Stroke is more refined than older versions, offering excellent torque and towing capability. The 10-speed transmission is the go-to in these Super Duties, delivering better fuel economy and smoother gear changes under normal driving conditions. For those using their F-250s for real work, like hauling or towing, these trucks strike a good balance between toughness, modern tech, and long-term value. They aren't perfect, but they hold their own compared to the earlier generations. But pay attention, as the 10-speed transmission had some early issues, especially in the 2020 models. Also, the 2022 trucks might experience a grinding noise during downshifts, so check for that before buying. There's also a drive shaft concern, and the underbody heat insulation of some models could loosen and allow contact with aluminum drive shafts. When buying a used model, check all these parts carefully. I'd also say that the 2013 to 2016 F-250s are a smart buy. These model years can be a solid middle ground if you want a tough Super Duty without breaking the bank. They feature engines like the 6.2-liter V8 or even better, the 6.7-liter Power Stroke diesel that are proven and still relatively modern. Many of the major early problems have been addressed too. But heads up, if you're getting an F-250 from these years with a 6.7-liter diesel, check for any coolant leaks or liner pitting if the cooling system was neglected. As for the 6.2-liter, you need to inspect for valve spring and intake runner problems. Also, watch the leaf springs and suspension setup if it's being used heavily for towing. Don't be like one of my customers who said their 2016 F-250 was sagging because the wrong spring pack was fitted. Parts for these years are always widely available, and mechanics know them well, so repair bills will be low compared to brand new trucks that have unknown issues. If you buy one where the previous owner stayed on top of maintenance, you'll definitely get a long-lasting truck. If you're on a budget and don't mind something old, you can also consider the 2009 Ford F-250. I won't rule out this truck at all. On the plus side, the 2009 F-250 is still rugged. You can find them with the 6.4-liter Power Stroke diesel, which back in its day offered very good towing capability. The overall build of this model year is solid, and many trucks out there have been used for real work. So the parts and labor are more affordable than for newer or extremely rare configurations. But the 6.4 Power Stroke has a long list of well-documented issues. Some of my customers report oil dilution, where the unburnt diesel gets into the crankcase. Also, the pistons eventually crack under high exhaust temperatures. The engine also has EGR cooler and up-pipe leak problems. That doesn't make every 2009 a failure, but if the previous owner didn't maintain it properly, things could get very expensive. Imagine being like one of my customers whose 2009 F-250 shuts off for a few minutes and only restarts after a cooldown. If you're seriously considering a 2009, insist on complete maintenance records. Pay attention to the oil change frequency, fuel filter service, and DPF regen history. Do a cold start test, and if you notice any issues not reflected in the documents, walk away. Although it's a solid truck, it's not one you can buy and forget. Years to avoid. Now that I've told you some of the best F-250 models you should buy, I have some that I never recommend to my customers, for different reasons, and you should avoid them when making your purchase. I'd advise avoiding the 2008 Ford F-250 Super Duty unless you find one exceptionally cheap and well documented. The major red flag is engine trouble, especially if this has the 6.4-liter Power-stroke diesel. This engine, as I mentioned before, is known for its oil dilution, pistons cracking, EGR cooler leaks, up-pipe failures, and catastrophic breakdowns. On gas models, the 5.4-liter V8 and the 6.8-liter V10 deal with worn timing chains or spark plug issues. One of my customers drove this model for only 126,000 miles before it blew the motor without warning and had to spend $17,000 on repairs. Aside from the powertrain, the 2008s also suffer from structural and safety concerns. They might have serious brake problems, death wobble front end issues, and other serious system failures. Any repairs on the engine or suspension can cost thousands of dollars, far more than simply paying a little more now for a better model with fewer issues. You should also avoid the 2011-2012 Ford F-250 Super Duty trucks. First off, these trucks are plagued by death wobble complaints, where the front end shakes violently. It's often caused by worn suspension components or steering linkage that haven't been properly maintained. On top of that, transmission issues are common, like jarring shifts, hard engagement, and general roughness during gear changes. The gas engine options during these years, like the 6.2-liter V8, also bring problems. These include misfires and intake manifold troubles. Some owners of the 2011 F-250s with the 6.2 gas engine have come into my shop because of steering vibration, front-end looseness, and high repair needs. These issues won't fix themselves, and you're looking at hundreds to thousands of dollars in repairs or rebuilds. This isn't the only F-250 you should stay away from. The 2017-2018 F-250s are also a bad choice. When the Super Duty line refreshed in 2017, Ford rolled out a bunch of changes, but some of these came with growing pains. The 2017 model has issues with poor suspension and steering, especially the death wobble phenomenon. As for the 2018 models, issues pop up in transmission shifting, electrical gremlins, and even fuel system or suspension concerns. When you're dealing with a used 2017-2018 F-250, you want to check beyond just the engine and transmission. You've got to inspect the front suspension and steering linkage, look for uneven tire wear, and listen for rattles or shimmy when braking or accelerating. Also, test drive with some load if possible. Sometimes these issues show up under real work, not just in the parking lot. Also, while the newer engine options are good, the systems around them, like the drive shaft mounts, front axle alignment, and towing packages, sometimes show weak spots. My recommendations. After all that, if you're on a budget, you should consider the 2020 F-250 with the 6.7-liter Power-stroke diesel and 10R140 10-speed transmission. It's a strong, modern diesel used by serious haulers. It delivers excellent torque and has been refined, but you need to make sure the 10-speed transmission has had its early model software updates. Before you buy this, ask for the service history, especially for fuel filters and transmission fluid. Test drive under load, and check whether the previous owner performed transmission cooling upgrades or software updates. Turbos are more reliable in these later models, but remember, the major improvement came in 2015, so they still need care. If money's not an object, then you can go for the 2024 F-250 with a 6.7-liter Power-stroke diesel and the 10R140 10-speed transmission. The 2024 model comes with the most updated version of Ford's drivetrain. These newer trucks are holding their value and benefit from improved build quality and refinement. For a nearly new Super Duty, make sure the recalls are addressed. Check the service history, and make sure the transmission fluid and filters are up to date. These trucks can last a long time with proper care. Alright, that's my take on what I'd actually buy if I were in the market for an F-250. Keep these tips in mind and you can save yourself a ton on repairs while getting a truck that'll last for years. If you want more real advice for Ford owners, make sure to subscribe and check out my next video where I share 17 traps scamming millions of used car buyers every year.